Have you ever felt like you're running on empty because you're always putting everyone else first? And does it seem impossible to find time to take care of yourself? Well, you're not alone. If you stick around, I'm going to reveal the reasons why women over 40 fail to prioritize themselves and the simple shifts that will help you start making yourself a priority today without feeling guilty. I'm Ange, a Christian mental health and life coach who helps women in midlife rediscover their identity, find balance, and create fulfilling lives by prioritizing themselves. And I've seen firsthand how life-changing this shift can be for women just like you. So if you're ready to make the shift and start prioritizing yourself, comment passion below, and I will give you a link to a workbook that will guide you through your first steps. Today, we're going to cover 3 key reasons why women over 40 fail to prioritize themselves. And most importantly, I'm going to show you how you can make some simple shifts to succeed. So number 1 is the guilt. Many women feel guilty about putting their needs above and ahead of others, especially after years of caring for others, whether that's children, parents, or their spouses. And I've worked with women who believe they were being selfish for wanting me time. But the truth is, taking care of yourself is essential. Without prioritizing yourself and your needs, you'll have resentment, burnout, feeling unfulfilled, and maybe you feel there simply isn't enough time in the day to focus on yourself, and you need to get everything else done first. Well, this will keep you in a cycle of busyness with no room for self-care, hobbies, or personal development. So the shift is to understand that you're fulfilled when and you will show up better for everyone else in your life. You can't pour from an empty cup. So begin prioritizing yourself first, even in small ways. Start by carving out 10 or 15 minutes a day for self-care, hobbies, prayer, or reflection. Number 2 is over-identification with roles. Women tend to see themselves through their roles, whether that's a mother, a wife, a professional, and many of my clients feel lost when their children leave home or when their careers change because they didn't know who they were outside of those roles. And I even struggled with this first after I closed my 10-year fitness business and then again after my 21-year marriage ended. And I struggled with figuring out who I was because I left no room for my own needs and passions. I felt a loss of identity. So why this matters is it leaves no room for personal growth. And the shift is to recognize that you are more than your roles. You are a whole person with your own needs and passions. And I'm embracing this fully by auditioning for a role in the musical Scrooge on Monday. I haven't been in a musical in many, many years, and it's something that I used to love when I was younger. So I'm excited, a little freaked out, but I have always loved being in musical theater, and I'm ready to give it another try. So the third key is a lack of boundaries. Without boundaries, you give too much of yourself to everyone else, work, family, church, community, leaving very little for your own well-being. I've seen women say yes to every request, only to end up overwhelmed, spread too thin, and unable to pursue their own interests or even have time to recharge. So without boundaries, your energy gets drained. So your shift is to learn to start saying no without guilt, because that opens up time and energy for what truly fuels you. So here are my 4 steps to prioritize yourself. 1, let go of guilt. Recognize that prioritizing yourself benefits both you and your loved ones. Fill up your cup so you can continue to pour into others. 2 is reclaim your identity. Rediscover who you are outside of your roles. Revisit old hobbies or interests, or try new ones. And 3, set boundaries. Clear boundaries to protect your time and energy. Stop saying yes to everything and make sure you're leaving time for yourself to refresh. And 4, start small. Find simple ways to prioritize yourself daily, even if it's just for a few minutes. Maybe take a walk, read a chapter of a book, or call a friend to catch up. So remember, if you're ready to make these shifts and start prioritizing yourself today, comment passion below for your free workbook. It's your first step toward creating a life where you matter just as much as the people you care for. God bless.